Hello, beautiful homemakers. Welcome to our new exclusive YouTube podcast, Habits of a Feminine Homemaker. Ladies, I am so excited about this podcast because we are going to be focusing on all things femininity. So this is going to be just that real, authentic sister to sister chat podcast where we are going to be talking about real topics, real things, real issues, right? Giving real advice, real tips, real wisdom, and sharing real stories. I am absolutely elated. I cannot wait to dive on into today's message with you all. Hey ladies, this is future editing angel in the podcast. I just wanted to let you all know before you dive right on into this, ladies, I keep it real, okay? Nothing that I say in this podcast is meant to offend or hurt anyone. Everything that I say in this podcast is made to help you, is made to encourage you, and just to help you be better, okay? You all know, those of you who know me, you all know, I love y'all, okay? And I am the type that I'm not going to look at my sister, see her like falling and just leave her there. I want to help lift my sister up. Okay, so I know that this is a touchy maybe topic for a lot of ladies. I just want us to have a safe space. This is a safe space. Habits of a Homemaker is a safe community, and I want it to be that, but I want it to also be just what I said, a community where we can help build each other up. So please know that I'm talking to you all as my sisters. I love you all. I want to help and support. So as you go into this, please listen with an open mind and an open heart, and know that everything that I'm saying is in love. And y'all probably will laugh a little bit because y'all know how I talk. It's probably going to sound a little funny. But I hope that you all enjoy it, and I hope that it blesses you in some way. All right, keep listening. So ladies, today I'm going to be sharing some summertime femininity tips with you all because it's warm outside, it's summer, and ladies, we got to get it together, okay? We want to always make sure that our hygiene is where it's supposed to be. We want to always make sure that it is on point, especially in the summertime, because with the temperatures being hot, with the air being muggy, if you are not paying attention, if you are not taking care of your hygiene, then ladies, that is going to be amplified and other people are going to smell you, and it's not going to be a good thing. And so that's the first thing I want to talk about, is that making sure that you are taking care of your personal and feminine hygiene. Ladies, wash your tail. Okay, wash it. Wash your bodies. I actually created a feminine hygiene tips pocket e-guide for you ladies. It's on my website, habitsofahomemaker.com. You can get it on sale. It's a refresher, it's a reminder, and it may have things in there that you've never heard of, where I just give you all tips on different things to do with your feminine hygiene. I also have another section on feminine hygiene and how to care for your children's hygiene, tips for that, in my Blossoming in Biblical Femininity e-guide that is on sale as well. Like I was saying, you want to make sure that you are washing yourself. So for myself, I like to take 2 showers a day. I like to take one in the morning before I get my day started, and I also like to take one in the evening at nighttime before I climb into my bed to say goodnight. Now, I know that every woman does not like to do that. There may be some who only like to take 1 shower a day. So if that is you, then you have to figure out what time is best for you to take that. But I would highly recommend that you take 2 showers, especially during the summertime. If you don't want to take 2 showers a day, maybe in the winter, that's fine. But in the summertime, when it's hot and it is, extremely humid outside, it's very important to keep your body clean, okay? Even if you don't take 2 showers, you definitely want to wash up at least, okay? Like, let's do a bird bath at the sink. Let's do something to make sure that, we're remaining fresh. So you want to make sure that you're washing yourself, and you want to make sure that you are washing yourself correctly. Okay. Correctly is the key, because I've realized that a lot of ladies don't know certain things, even when it comes to things like wiping yourself. When you wipe yourself, you wipe from front to back. There are some women that I know who were not taught that growing up. They were not taught how to properly wipe themselves, how to properly care for themselves or clean their bodies, all of those things. And that is very important, ladies. It's very important. You want to make sure that you are washing yourself correctly. You want to make sure that you have clean washcloths, okay? Don't use the same washcloth, sis, that you've been using for the past 2 weeks. You need to wash that thing, okay? Get a new one, okay? If your washcloth is stinking in the bathroom, is crusty and musty, sis, it's been time to change that rag, okay? Like, you need to change that. You need to wash that, and you need to get another washcloth. Personally, ladies, I like using multiple washcloths. Like, I have one washcloth that I use for my face. Then I have another washcloth that I use for my body. And then I have a separate one that I like to use for my, lady area, You want to make sure that you're not cross-contaminating, okay? I'm trying to find unique ways, ladies, to say this in the podcast, all right? Like, you want to make sure that you aren't doing that. You don't want to use a washcloth on your lady area and then take it and wash your face. That's why I'm telling you, ladies, have a separate washcloth for your face, a separate one for your body. Even if you use the same washcloth, let's say you don't have a separate washcloth that you may use for your lady area and the rest of your body. If you're going to use that one washcloth for your whole body, wash your body starting up from the top first, right? We're going to go from top to all the way to bottom. So you want to, hit the spots up top first. Make sure that you are getting everywhere and all of the nooks and all of the crannies. You want to make sure that you are lifting your chest, okay? And that you are washing underneath of it, because sweat does accumulate there. You want to make sure you're washing in between. You want to make sure that you're getting your armpits. You want to really make sure that you are clean everywhere. Your arms, your elbows, the back of that neck. Don't forget the back of that neck, okay? All of that behind your ears, inside of your ears, all of that. You want to make sure that you are cleaning yourself thoroughly, okay? You want to make sure that your navel is clean. Clean your belly button, okay? Like those who may have an innie, okay? If you have an innie or outie, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure that that is clean. Wash that. There is sweat and bacteria and things that will get in there. You need to clean it. You need to wash it. And if it has been a while since you have done that and you notice things in it, you can get a rubbing alcohol pad or a cotton ball with some alcohol on it, and you can just rub it, rub that area to clean it out. The same thing with the back of your neck. If you need to do that, if you need to get some alcohol and just clean that area, get some alcohol and clean your ears. Where you have your earrings at, ladies, your earrings, they need to be cleaned. You need to take your earrings out and you need to clean them. My mom always would take my earrings when I was little and take my ears as well. And she would take some alcohol and she would just go ahead and rub my ear holes. She would soak my earring backs and things like that inside of alcohol, to sterilize them, to clean them, to make sure that my ears weren't smelling like no hot cheese. We want to, I'm being real with you ladies. If you do not clean your ears, if you do not clean your earrings and your earring backs, that is not going to be a good thing, okay? It's going to smell. It's not going to be a pretty sight to see. You want to look feminine and feel feminine. And part of that has to do with your outer appearance too. It definitely has to do with the inside. I know that, of course, and I talk about that in my e-guide on femininity, as well as the outside. So we go into both of those things because guess what, ladies? Both are important. Because if the inside is all right, okay, but the outside is not, that's a problem. And if the outside is all right, but the inside is not, then that's a problem. So we want to make sure that we are doing our best and making our highest effort to excel to the best of our ability by the grace of God in both of those areas. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of your hygiene, ladies. Where are we at now? We talked about, your ears, your earrings, all of that. Your mouth, okay? When it comes to brushing your teeth, you want to make sure that you brush your teeth. That includes your tongue, okay? Brush your tongue. When you're brushing your teeth, brush the roof of your mouth, okay? Get all the way in the back of your mouth, at the top. You want to really make sure that you are brushing your teeth thoroughly, that you are flossing, that you are, removing any plaque from your teeth. You want to make sure that you are doing a mouth rinse with, mouthwash or something like that. I know some people do oil pulling. Whatever it is that you need to do that's best for you, but make sure that you are taking care of your mouth. Make sure that your lips, okay, let's talk about our lips, that your lips are not crusty and cracking, okay? It's nothing worse. Well, I don't want to say nothing worse, but it's just not good when you are talking to somebody and you're looking at them and their lips are just crusty. Like, this is not, a medical condition. No, this is just, you did not take the time to moisturize your lips. Moisturize your lips. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend all this money on these fancy glosses and moisturizers. You can go and get some basic Vaseline, some basic petroleum jelly, and just apply it to your lips every day. If you have really dry lips, you may need to exfoliate. You can look on YouTube and you can find a homemade exfoliating recipe for your lips, a sugar scrub or something like that. And even after you do that, moisturize your lips. Put some Vaseline on your lips. Make sure you're drinking enough water, because if you are dehydrated, your mouth is going to be very crusty. So you want to make sure that you are drinking enough water, and that's going to not only help with your lips, it's going to help with your skin. It's going to help with your inside to make sure that you are being flushed out, to make sure that you are clean, okay? Because if you are dehydrated, ladies, your urine is going to tell you, okay? It's going to be foul smelling. It's going to be yellow, looking like some pine sol, and we're not having that, okay? If your urine looks like pine sol, sis, that's a no. You need to be well hydrated, okay? You need to take care of yourself when it comes to that. Make sure that you are drinking plenty of water, especially during the summertime, because we are naturally more prone to become dehydrated during the summer because the heat is so intense. So make sure that you are drinking enough water. Make sure that your nails are clean, ladies. Make sure your nails are clean, hands and feet. Let's talk about this for a minute. Does this mean that you need to go to the nail salon every 2 weeks to get your nails done? No, it does not. I even was trying to, get my nails done a lot more frequently, because I had stopped getting my nails done for a while now because I just use my hands so much. I am constantly washing my hands. I probably wash my hands more than anybody else that I know. I wash my hands a lot because I am cooking all day. I am cleaning. I am changing diapers. I am wiping somebody on the potty. I'm just doing stuff. And I also am OCD. So I just have to make sure my hands are clean. So I wash my hands often. And because of that, I'm not able yet. I haven't found what works for me yet. I've been trying some things out to keep polish on my nails. I was going to the nail salon and I was getting the gel manicures. Y'all, those gel manicures, they were breaking. Okay, this was my natural nail. They were breaking. The polish was even chipping. It was not lasting. And that stuff cost way too much money for me to be wasting it on something that was not going to last. So I did talk to my nail technician, and they were saying that because you wash your hands so much, your nails, they get soft. And it's hard for me to keep a manicure. It just is. So right now I am just trying to figure out what works best for me and my lifestyle. So right now I have discovered that the gel is not something that works for me. So my nail technician and I were saying, okay, let's try some different things. Maybe you need to try dipping powder. If that doesn't work, then we can try acrylic. So don't be afraid to explore and venture out to try new things to see what works for you in this particular season of your life and your budget. So you don't have to get your nails done, right? You don't have to have your fingernails done. You don't have to have gel polish or acrylic. If you are able to do that, or you can do that, if it works for you, that's great. But even if you don't and your nails are plain right now, like mine are at the moment, you still want to make sure that your nails are clean. You want to make sure that the health of your nail is fine. Even if you are getting nail treatments at the salon, you can be doing that and your nail not be healthy. You want to make sure that your nails are healthy. It may mean you may need to take a break from some of the nail enhancements or the different, things that they do at the salon that may be causing harm to your nails. So you want to make sure that the health of your nail is good, that you don't have any fungus or infection. And you also want to make sure that your nails are clean, that they don't look raggedy or anything like that. I always keep my toes done, okay? My feet are always going to be sitting on pretty. That is just it. Like, my feet are always going to look good. That is just something that I pride myself in when it comes to making sure that my feet look well. My husband has always complimented my feet. It's so funny because even when we first met, it was summertime and I had open toe shoes on, and he didn't say anything back then, but later on, my husband was saying, like, your feet are like really pretty. You always keep your feet. I always keep my feet looking nice. That's really important to me. And so with that, ladies, you want to make sure that you're keeping your feet looking nice. You want to make sure that you are keeping them moisturized. Okay, let's talk about it because, oh boy, y'all, some of the ladies, come on now, that I have seen, the feet are looking like you could rub them together and start a fire. Like, you could really spark a spark, and that's not okay. Like, sis, make sure that you are cleaning. So before we even get into the moisturization of it all right, before we start moisturizing, let's talk about the cleanliness. Wash your feet, sis. Wash your feet, because there are some people who don't wash their feet. I don't know why. I really don't. But yeah, wash your feet. Like, that's one thing I can really say I'm thankful for. Like, my feet never stink. I do not allow my feet to stink. I wash my feet. That means getting in between your toes, okay? Don't just take the rag and just swoop. No, don't let the soap's going to fall and it's going to rinse it. No, you need to wash your feet. You need to wash in between your toes. You need to wash underneath your feet. You need to wash the heel of your feet. You need to wash the top, your ankles. You need to wash your feet. You need to wash them. You need to exfoliate all of that dead skin. If you are walking around and you're out here in the summertime and you have on open toe shoes, and since you have rock hard calluses on the back of your feet, that is not a good look. Okay. You want to make sure that your feet are smooth, honey. Okay. So get a pumice and make sure that you are, just doing the back of your feet, taking care of your heels, all of that, because it's important. It really is. And be careful with the callus treatment. I know some salons offer that. And I know I had went to try to get that one time. And the lady was like, why are you getting this? I was like, oh, I just thought, that I needed to get it. Because, it's on here, it's on the menu. And I want to make sure that my feet, stay nice. And she's like, you don't need that. That makes your feet. She was explaining to me that it makes a lot of women's feet hard. It causes you to have callus by getting the callus treatment, right? So she was saying, all you need is a pumice, a foot pumice. Just do that and just keep your feet moisturized. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. So, be careful and cautious if you are using the little scrapers. Now, some people might need that. Your feet might be in that condition where you need that. And if you need to do that one time, but don't do that continually. Just do it if you need to. And then after that, just keep up with the pumice and keep your feet moisturized. And so even after I put like my cream, on my feet, or if you use like your little smell good lotion or whatever, I always still like to put like either shea butter, pure African shea butter on my feet, on like the heels especially, or Vaseline. That is going to help lock that moisture in. It's going to help keep your feet moisturized. And you want to just make sure that you're doing that. So make sure you're keeping your feet clean. Make sure you're keeping your feet moisturized. Make sure that your toes are nice and painted and pretty. I think that is so feminine and beautiful to have your feet, painted. Even if you don't paint your nails, paint your toenails. Paint your toenails, sis. Like, I don't know what it is where some women feel like, let me tell y'all this. Do not be out here listening to some of these homemakers. I had saw a homemaker, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I saw a homemaker say like something about women using polish, and basically like they didn't use any. They never painted. They don't paint their toes. They don't paint their nails. They don't ever get their hair done. They don't, like, all of these different things. And basically how that is how you're going to be able to afford to be a homemaker. Let me tell y'all something, because I'll probably talk about this in another video more in depth. But let me tell y'all something. You getting some polish for your toenails. If you buying polish for your toenails is going to cause you to not be able to stay at home with your children, or not be able to stay at home, period. It's not the polish that's doing that, sis. This is something else, okay? You can get polish from the Dollar Tree. And that one little thing of polish is going to last for quite a while. It is. That is not, like, you not buying nail polish is not going to be your answer to getting out of debt. It's not going to be it. Like, I could see if you were going to the nail salon every week and you're spending $100 a week on going to the nail salon, and that's averaging you $400 a month. If you tip somebody, maybe $450, whatever, then yeah. But you getting some polish for $1 or $1.25 and painting your toenails, and that one bottle of polish lasts you for several months, sis, no. Y'all better go ahead and get this nail polish and go ahead and get your toes looking right. Okay, get your toes looking right, sis. Differentiate your feet from your husband's feet. Okay? Like, seriously. Get your toes looking right. Make sure that the polish is not sloppy. Like, even if you're not good with getting, let's say you leave some on the skin, okay, then you can just take a little cotton swab, put a little bit of like acetone on it, and just like dab that part to clean it up, to clean those lines up. And then I like to always take a shower afterwards when my toes and stuff dry, and that'll help like with any polish that's on your skin. It'll help remove that. So you want to make sure that your toes are looking right. You want to make sure, this is going to be my last thing on feet, y'all. I hope y'all getting some good laughs out of this, because this is just sister talk. This is a sister chat, okay? This is all love. Ladies, some of y'all be wearing sandals that you know are too small, and your feet be hanging off the back. Girl, that is not what flip-flops are for. Okay, let's talk about that for a second, because that is one of the things that I see the most. And I think that this is one of the biggest things when it comes to femininity in the summertime, after dealing with your feminine hygiene, is your sandals, okay? Your shoes. Stop wearing, and this is going to lead me into now clothing and shoes. Stop wearing shoes that are too small for you. Okay? Sis, you're not a size 8 in your shoes anymore, okay? You may need to buy a size 10. Stop trying to squeeze into them size 8s and your foot is hanging off the back, okay? You're getting calluses on your feet because your feet are like scraping against the sidewalk in the street because they're a half an inch to an inch hanging off, and you think it looks cute. It doesn't look cute, okay? It doesn't matter what the size is. Like, I don't know why some women have this thing in their mind where they feel like a smaller size shoe is going to make me more feminine. No, a shoe that fits. A shoe that fits is going to make you appear more feminine. It has nothing to do with the size. So it doesn't matter if you have super tiny feet, average size feet, or large feet. Okay? Get the size shoe that fits you. Okay? Get the size shoe that fits you, sis. Please, ladies, do not be out here walking around with your feet hanging off the back of your sandals. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I wish y'all could see my face right now. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, no, sis, no. And if you feel me on this, is there a foot emoji? I don't know. Just leave a nails emoji. Just leave a nails. Like, the one that's painting your nails. Just leave that in the comment section if y'all feel me on this. Because come on. Like, the feet, we got to do better. So make sure that you have shoes that fit and that your feet are not hanging off the back of your shoe. When it comes to clothing, you want to make sure that your clothing fits. Let's start with the undergarments. Ladies, okay? When you are wearing your undergarments, you want to make sure that they are sized properly. Don't have on a bra that is 2 sizes too small. When you do that, not only are you constricting, okay, your chest, right, and all of the blood vessels and everything, ladies, that it smashes you down, and then it's this lump that just protrudes out, and you can see it through your shirt. It does not look flattering at all. You want to make sure that your undergarments are sized properly. Get a bra that is big enough for you, that gives you full coverage, full support, okay? You want to make sure that you have that. That may mean you may need to try out some different bras, like, until you find your size. You used to could go and get measured, at certain places, if you're able to still do that. I haven't needed to do that in a while, but I know Victoria's Secret used to do it. But if you go in there and you do it, make sure that you're not wearing a bra that's like extra padded, because you're not going to have the right fitting. You want to, make sure that you have one that is as natural as possible so that you can get measured correctly. But make sure that you are wearing properly sized undergarments. Make sure that you cannot see through your stuff, through your dresses, through your tops. If you have on a white shirt, ladies, don't walk around with a blue bra on. Don't walk around with a pink bra, okay? Put on a black bra and put on a camisole or something if your shirt is see-through, so that you are fully covered and you're not fully exposed, or that when you lean over, when you bend over, all of the stuff at the top is not, showing. The same thing even with your backside. You want to make sure that you are covered. If you have on a dress, make sure that your dress is long enough that if you need to bend or move, like, you can freely move in your outfit. If you have to keep adjusting your clothes, then that shows you that either they're not properly fitting for you, they may not be comfortable, and so you want to make sure that your clothes are fitting comfortably and that they are properly sized, okay? You want to make sure that you wear a slip if you need to. I still own slips. I have slips. So anytime I put on a dress, even if I think that you couldn't see through it, I still put on a slip. That's just me personally. I still put on a slip to make sure that you cannot see through my dress. If you stand in the mirror, you may not be able to see, right? Like, you may look at yourself and think, oh, this is okay. But baby, when you step outside and that sun hits you, the sun might go straight through, and you might be standing somewhere and it's that lighting and you can see through your dress. So it may not show that way inside, but when you get outside, it may be a different story. So that's why I say always just wear a slip underneath your dress. Always wear a slip underneath your dress so that no one can see underneath there, because the only person that needs to see that is your husband, okay? All right. Next, you are wearing your dresses and your tops. If you have a sleeveless top maybe, or a short sleeve top, make sure that your underarms, okay? Make sure that you clean them. Make sure that you shave them. Okay, my little baby man has joined me, so you all might hear his breathing or him nursing. So that's what that is. But you want to make sure that they're clean. You want to make sure that they are shaved. You want to make sure that you're wearing the right deodorant that's for you. All right, let's hit on that for a minute, because I know that a lot of people are pushing like, oh, just go natural, wear the natural deodorants. Sis, some of these natural deodorants are making y'all smell like a natural disaster, and somebody had to say it, okay? Like, some of this natural stuff is just not it. I had even tried this. Oh my goodness, I think about how much money that we spent on some of these natural deodorants. This was like years ago when it was like really like coming into play. And y'all, these deodorants, I'm sure they're even more now, but you're paying like almost $20 for this natural deodorant. It's promising to do all these things. It did not. First of all, it doesn't last. It doesn't work well. A lot of them, now, if you found one that works for you, sis, okay, but make sure it's working for you and ask somebody else, is it working for you? Because some people, I've realized, have become, oh my goodness, it's almost like desensitized to their own smell, okay? And I had allergic reaction. Like, my underarms were itching so bad from the deodorants. I tried different brands, all of that. My underarms at one point had got so black, and it had these bumps and all this stuff that I had not dealt with before. And I was like, what is going on? And it was from the natural deodorant. Stopped using that, and I was fine. And I was like, you know what? Why try to fix something that wasn't broken? The deodorants that you had before were absolutely fine. You never had no issues with smell, no allergic reactions, none of that. So I went back to what was working for me. I have smelt people, ladies, who are on this natural stuff. And my sister, a lot of ladies who are trying to go the natural route, like I said, it's not working. You're smelling musty, sis. Okay, like, you smelling musty, and it's just not okay. You can be as pretty as you want to be, sis. You can be as attractive and sweet and kind, and you smell bad. It's a wrap. Like, especially in the summertime, it's hard to be around someone. Yes, isn't that right? It's hard to be around someone who smells bad, who stinks, like, who's not taking care of their hygiene. It's offensive, and ladies, this is us talking, okay? This is not me talking about people who are experiencing, like homelessness, and, all those things, and they don't know when their next shower, where their next shower is coming from. I'm not talking about, that, okay? So I don't want someone listening and thinking that this is everybody I'm talking about. I am speaking of the ladies who you tune into this, you listen, you have access, to a shower and to body products and all of those things like that. These are just tips to share with you, ladies. And these are things that we have to talk about, because even though, it may not be the most comfortable thing to talk about, if we're not going to help each other, who's going to help us, right? So that's why I'm sharing these things with you, ladies, because I want you to be aware. And just because somebody doesn't tell you, sis, don't mean they're not talking about you. Somebody can come in contact with you and experience you in a not so good way, and they don't say anything to you about it. Yeah. They don't say anything to you about it, but as soon as you leave, they're talking about you. Girl, did you smell her? Like, you don't want that to be you. I don't want that to be you. So it's very important that we, take that into account. You want to make sure that you are not smelling offensive. And that may mean that you need to carry some stuff with you in your purse. Carry some, some baby wipes. Carry, a little miniature deodorant, some perfume, things that can help you freshen up if you're out and maybe you need to go to the restroom and freshen up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, just to make sure that you are, smelling fresh. Keep some mints with you in your purse, keep a flosser, keep things with you, some lotion, some cream, some Vaseline, some Q-tips, whatever it is, keep those things with you to make sure if you are out and about that you are smelling right. And if even you're at home and it's the middle of the day and maybe you were outside, maybe you were, playing with your kids, or you were doing some work in the yard, sis, it's okay to come in and take a shower. It's okay to wash up. It's okay to change your clothes, to change your panties into something fresher. Like, that's okay to do that. You may need to do that. Just because you wake up, you may wake up and you may shower and you may put something on, doesn't mean that you need to stay in that all day. If you have noticed that you aren't really fresh, or you need to refreshen up, then go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. If you've been outside and you're sweating, you come back in, and your, underwear are sweaty, then sis, you need to wash up and you need to change your underwear. Just go ahead and do it. It's okay. These are tips though that I want to share with you all so that you can ensure that you are being on top of it when it comes to your feminine hygiene, when it comes to your clothes. Make sure that your clothes are laundered properly, that they smell fresh, they smell right. When you're putting on sleeveless tops or dresses, you want to make sure that you put the deodorant on after, so that you don't get a bunch of deodorant stains and marks on you. You want to make sure, like I said, that your clothes are smelling good and smelling fresh. You may need to wash some of your clothes a little bit more often. Sis, I don't know who needs to hear this, but wash your bras. Wash your bras, okay? I know that is a clothing article that everyone does not wash after each use. So you want to make sure that you're washing your bras. If you do wear pants, I wear a lot of dresses, but if you do wear pants, make sure that you're washing those. Make sure, let's say you had a pair of pants or some leggings that you were maybe wearing underneath something. Girl, smell that before you put that back in the drawer. Make sure that it smells right, because if it doesn't, sis, that needs to go in the hamper. It needs to go in the washer. Okay, you want to make sure that it smells right. Okay, even things that do smell good, it's still good to freshen them up. So you may have we like getting this, it's a Clorox linen, it's like a fabric freshener or something like that. I'll try to link it in the description box. But it is a good spray that you can spray your clothes with, and yes, come here, he's trying to get to my camera. It disinfects your clothes as well, and it gives them a nice fresh smell. That's something that we like to spray on our clothes. Let's say it might be a jacket or something that you wore, and you're not going to wash the jacket right now, because you don't wash a jacket every time you use that, right? But you spray this, you spray this on your jacket or in the inside part of your jacket or whatever. So I know that that's good for things like that. Let's see. Make sure your hair is clean. Make sure that your hair is washed, that your scalp is clean, my sisters. Make sure that you're taking care of your hair. And we all have different hair and different hair types and things like that. But no matter what no matter what your hair type is, you have to keep it clean. So I know for me, at first I had started locks, ladies, but I don't have them anymore. I ended up just combing them out, and I'm just wearing my hair naturally curly. And that is what I'm going to be sticking to right now. So the weather cools down, and then I'll probably straighten my hair. But right now for the summer, I've just been wearing my hair naturally curly, and I make sure to keep my hair clean. I make sure to deep condition my hair. I colored my hair, so I make sure the treatments I need, whether it's a protein treatment or anything like that, you want to make sure that the health of y'all, he is going in there. You want to make sure that the health of your hair is, in a good place, and make sure that you are taking care of it and keeping it clean. And the last thing that I want to talk to you ladies about is just making sure when it comes to femininity that your spiritual health is intact. You want to make sure that you are spending time with the Lord so that your mind can stay right, okay? And one of the ways too that I love to just, get clarity and just also just have that time with God in a more even peaceful way is spending time in nature. That may mean you just going on a walk, on a trail, or maybe just sitting in your own backyard or whatever. It could be late in the evening, it could be early in the morning. It could be midday, and just experiencing that. Like, it's nothing like hearing the birds and seeing, the trees and watching the leaves blow and seeing the butterflies and just all of God's beauty and his creation. It's so beautiful. And your spiritual health reflects in your mental health. It does. Like, the times when I have been going through it, like, really bad mentally, it's like, okay, I need to look at my spiritual health. Am I praying like I need to pray? Am I casting my cares onto the Lord like I need to? Am I trusting in him fully and wholeheartedly like I need to? Or am I being consumed by this world? And so it's very important that we take care of our spiritual health, because it reflects in our mental health. So, ladies, I hope that this podcast was beneficial to you all. I hope that you laughed a little bit. Maybe you chuckled at some of the things I said or how I said it, but I hope that you got some knowledge. I hope that you were encouraged. I hope that you learned something, today. And even if it was just, a refresher of like, okay, yeah, let me make sure that I, stay on it. Maybe you have not been on it, and maybe you have been on it and you just needed that extra push to, like, keep going, sis. It matters. So make sure that you ladies are staying fresh for the summertime and just staying fresh in general, but especially right now, because it matters. It matters. So I appreciate you all for listening. Like I said, I do have my feminine hygiene tips pocket e-guide on my website, habitsofahomemaker.com, as well as my how to be a successful homemaker e-guide and my blossoming and biblical femininity e-guide that you all can purchase on sale on my website. No coupon code needed. All right, ladies, I love you all so much. My little man is over here ripping pages out my notebook and just doing all of the things. So I am going to go ahead and take him to play. I love you, ladies. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up and leave a sunflower emoji letting me know that you were here. Share this with another sister. I will talk to you all in the next video. Love you, ladies. Stay fresh. Mwah. Bye.